What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dayvito, and you already know we back again with another episode of Dead Religion. We have been talking about church hurt, and we are getting ready to wrap this series up. What we talk about today on how we heal from church hurt. But you know I'm not by myself, man. I got some friends with me. This is the only man that will ever go toe dipping in swamp water. It's your boy, Jerome Colbert. Say what's up to the people, man.
What's going on, good people? We're back again to share some more love with you guys. And guess what? We love y'all.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And if you ask him what his first name means, it means one who wrestles with alligators. All the way from Florida, it's your boy, Anthony Munoz. Say what's up, man.
What's up, everybody? Glad to be back. Can't wait to finish this series off with you guys. It's going to be great.
Man. So we're going to get right into it, man. We talked about church hurt. We talked about our stories. We talked about our how it's affected our relationship with God. We talked about how it's affected us. And now we're going to talk about how to heal. How do we heal from church hurt? Tell the people how to heal from church hurt, man.
Whew. Well, healing is a process that you have to be open to, you know, and you have to recognize that you need healing. You know, people try to avoid healing on many levels, you know, and that's one thing that you have to recognize, that you need healing. Like, we all have been hurt in one way or another, you know. So I would say, you know, one of the first things to heal is to accept what has happened, what was, you know, but to know that it doesn't have to be the same. And putting your trust in God, putting your faith in Him, and believing that He wants you to heal, but that He needed you to experience that so you can understand why it's so important to put Him first. And I believe that healing is not an easy process. It's definitely something that most people avoid. They try to bury it with addictions or with you know, avoidance and stuff. And I don't need that. You know, I'm fine. I'm okay. For the most part, most people, that's what people say. Hey, how you doing? You doing? Oh, I'm fine. I'm okay. And that person's probably dying on the inside, but he's just so afraid of opening up and going through the motions of healing. So, well, I would encourage anybody out there to go through that process, to accept that, you know, we all need healing. We've been hurt in many different ways in our lives, and healing is a natural part of life. And it brings so much, you know, so much joy, so much peace that it can bring to you. So I'd encourage anybody who's ever been out there and who's been church hurt that you seek healing, seek God. You know, God will give you the answer, and the healing will come, whether it's through prayer or through a miracle of God or whatever the case may be. Healing is definitely a process that is beautiful, rewarding, and for the long term, it's going to be something that you probably will never regret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's big facts, man. You gotta want to heal in order to heal.
And you gotta want.
Yep.
You don't and don't just heal by like putting more prayer on it and seeking more Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are professionals out there. There is no shame in going and getting therapy or seeing, you know, mental health experts and doctors to get the help that you need. Don't suffer in silence, man, and definitely don't suffer alone, man. Get the help that you need to be able to get, you know, past the hump and cross that finish line. How do we heal from church hurt, Jerome?
So a good way is to start with your instruction manual. And we all have that instruction manual in our house, and it's called the Bible. Mm-hmm. So go back into opening up that Bible and look at all of the stories where healing has taken place.
Yes.
And it's changed and transformed a lot of people's lives.
Yes, sir.
And then the big key is really having that support system. So surround yourself around positivity in your life.
Yes.
People in your life that speak life into you.
Yes.
You two guys are the epitome of that, and you do that in relationships that are strong. Healing can take place when you are with the right people that can help you navigate through life.
Yeah.
And
Because
talking
we've all
about
been,
it is huge.
Yeah.
Talking about it, you know, that's one definitely a key to that.
Yeah. So like this forum is healing, right? we've all talked about our church hurt experiences. So it's important to like have a circle of friends, a group, a platform, or whatever, to let that healing process take place. As you mentioned, talking about it, getting out there, get the naked truth out, and expose yourself to that healing process.
And people, I feel like that's why a lot of people don't heal, is because they're afraid of exposing themselves, and that people aren't going to accept them, or the church may not accept them. Like, you know, we've had similar stories and stuff, and I think that's what holds people back from being better, and like, oh, I can't heal, there's no way. Well, you don't want to address yourself,
right?
You know, and that's the first thing you got to do, is address yourself and the issues that you got, and healing will come. But you got to look in the mirror.
Yep.
And then my last point would be, don't let other people direct the healing for you.
Yes.
You have to lead yourself first. You have to lead yourself first to create that healing. You have to. So again, like we talk about the brutal honesty of like self-reflecting. So again, find those discovery questions to help lead yourself in a better way, to know like that healing, that freedom is truly going to transform you and really help you become a better person, a godly person, a true person in this world. So,
man, that's so good, bro. I love every single point that you made, man. It's 100% correct, bro. Like you can't tell somebody who has experienced trauma how to heal from that trauma.
Right.
That healing has to take place within themselves. It is a journey that is meant for them and only them. Now, they don't have to go through that journey alone, but they do have to take that path. Absolutely.
And most likely there's people that can relate, you know, that have not the same exact story, but similar stories.
Right.
Yeah.
And being open to, you know, listening to how that person got over it, and it might be able to help.
Yeah.
You know, but that's where
there's a million relationship stories, there's a million addiction stories, there's a million emotional stories, but that internal conflict that you have for yourself, you're the only one that can pull yourself out of that internal.
Yeah, I mean, there are keys to freedom. You just have to be willing to get in the car and drive. And so, you know, when I think about how to heal from church hurt, for me, 100% it starts with forgiveness.
Oh, yes.
You've got to forgive yourself, and you've got to forgive those who persecuted you.
Yes.
Because Jesus went through persecution. His persecution cost him his life. And he was persecuted by the people that he actually went to go save the most.
Right.
So you've got to forgive the hypocrisy, and you've got to forgive the betrayal.
Amen.
And you don't forgive them for them.
No.
You forgive them for you.
Starts with you.
You can never have peace without forgiveness.
For you to let that go. You've got to release what you've been holding on to. And the key to release that is through forgiveness. So don't release.
There's so much power in that.
There is.
So much power in that.
It'll set you free. It'll absolutely set you free. And in regards to being set free, you've got to let go and let God. And listen, man.
That's a t-shirt right there.
Oh my God.
Let go, let God. Baby.
Man, look, if there's a bumper sticker available for every vehicle in America, it's probably going to say let go and let God, right? We've heard it so many times.
Right.
It's almost played out. We've heard it so many times. But what I mean by let go and let God is let go of the pain and then let God heal you.
Amen.
You see what I'm saying? Bless those who persecute you.
Yeah.
Let go of that anger. Let God get the vengeance.
Because they're not persecuting you because of you. They're persecuting you because of themselves.
Exactly. The way that people treat you is an indication of how they view and treat themselves.
Man, I think this last episode is done. That's so much fire, so much heat just there. I love it.
Listen, man, you guys gotta pray for your enemies.
Amen.
You want to know how you turn enemies into advocates? Pray for them. You want to know how you stop being mad at people? Pray for them. It's impossible to be grateful and negative at the same time. So pray for your enemies.
Yes.
And also, give us some time. Give us some time.
Yeah.
You don't got to sit here and make a change overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a process. But eventually, there'll be two things that will happen. You'll get results, or you'll see the results of what they did to you. Meaning how their life turned out as a result of how they treated you. So you'll either see your results, your growth, or the lack thereof, or you'll see the results of what happens when you treat people the way that they treated you. And I kind of alluded to this. You have to give I had to learn how to give what I never had and do what they never did. I had to learn how to become a chain breaker. And I had to be the change that I wanted to see. But it wasn't because somebody else did it. It wasn't because it came first from some man with these heavenly beams just shining on him from heaven, and every time he walks, there's a dove that just flies right next to him. No, it didn't come in that form. It came when I decided that I was going to be what I've never had for me, for others.
Yes.
And that is how you break chains. That's how you break generational curses. It's by being the change that you actually want to see. So look, I know we've talked about a bunch of different things here. This has been a great topic. Now comes my favorite part of the show, man. Takeaways, brother. What was your takeaway?
My takeaway is that you're not alone. I mean, people are hurting, whether they're in church or whether they're not. I mean, they suffer in silence, and they all share similar stories. But I just want people to know that you're not alone. Don't be afraid to open up to people. You know, the person that you trust the most, don't be afraid to open up to that person and find healing any way that you can. I obviously recommend, seeking God, read his word, but surround yourself with people that are willing to take the journey of healing with you. I recommend it to anybody because, there's pain and grudges that we shouldn't hold on to, and we should let go because it would break so many chains, and it would take such a burden off of your shoulders that you would almost probably feel weightless. So I would recommend, my takeaway is, don't suffer in silence. You're not alone. Talk to somebody. If you can't talk to anybody, talk to us. We're here, to help with anything that we possibly can help, and give advice in the best way that we possibly can. So we just want to let you know we love you guys and everybody out there listening.
Absolutely, man. My takeaways are, we can be hurt by the church, but we can't quit the church. It's okay to get angry, but it's not okay to stay angry. I'll go to hell with you, but I'm not staying in hell with you. There's a way out, and it's up to you to find out what way that is. Some people take destructive paths, thinking that that's the way out, and there's a way that appears right to a man, but in the end, it leads to death. If that's the way you're going, it's not too late to turn back. Wherever you go, there you are. So if you continuously have the same problems, and you're continuously faced with some of the same difficulties, are you growing through life, or are you just going through life? Church hurt exists because the church is full of people. And people are imperfect. People are flawed. People are hurt. And it takes someone to recognize the hurt, the pain, and the imperfections, and to say, it's okay. Be the change you want to see. Be the person that says, it's okay. Don't just go around telling your story. Get through the story. And let the story tell itself. What people do to you is a reflection of how they treat themselves, of how they view themselves, and of what they believe about themselves. If someone projects anger towards you, they're angry at themselves. If someone projects hate towards you, it's because they hate themselves, they hate their life. Everything that manifests itself out of the mouths of people is birthed in their hearts first. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You don't have to surround yourself with people who do not believe the best in you, who do not want the best for you, who do not believe that God has a plan and a purpose for your life, that speak greatness and speak life over you. You don't have to do life with those people. You actually have a choice to surround yourself with people. And I'm talking about your family of origin as well. One of the things I love about this church is that if you have a bad family of origin, oh, you're going to find a great family of choice here. And that term that we use in this building, we don't take it lightly. I know friends who are more like brothers to me. I know spiritual fathers who have been better father figures to me than anybody in any circle that I've ever been in regards to my family of origin. There are resources that are available to you, whether it be professional help, but I promise you, when we say that we do not want you to suffer alone, we absolutely mean it. Reach out to somebody, reach out to us if need be. But the biggest takeaway that I can have about church hurt is that church hurt made me more like Jesus. And I don't say that in a oh, look at me, I'm holier than thou and I'm perfect and I can heal your sins. And no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that Jesus was criticized. Jesus was attacked. Jesus was misunderstood. And so by me having to experience that what's the word I'm looking for? It's not criticalization. What's the word I'm looking for?
Criticism?
By me looking for that criticism, by me experiencing that criticism, by me experiencing the attacks both verbally and physically in my life, by me being misunderstood by the way that I looked or my likes and dislikes or the way that I spoke or the terminologies that I would use, it made me more like Jesus. It helped me to identify his path and his pain, and it gave me purpose. Pain without purpose is punishment. But pain with purpose is discipline. And I'm grateful for the pain that I experienced because he gave me the purpose and it gave me the discipline to sit here and talk to you guys today. That is my takeaway.
Preach, Pastor, preach.
That's long.
So I'm going to keep it short.
Take us home, Jerome.
We set this platform to expose ourselves so we can give exposure for God. There's going to be hurt that happens in your life, but it's our response to that hurt that really defines who we are. So it's up to us to feed our own desires, our own dreams, our own destinations. And I call that the triple D effect. We're here in North Dallas, so it just resonates. You mentioned earlier that hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
But I look at it the opposite. I want to be the opposite. Love people, love people. So be that love person to love people. And that's what we're trying to do here. That's what we're doing here.
That's so good. Listen, guys, if you throw him a bead, he'll show you a nipple. You already know. We are Dead Religion. It's your boy, Dayvito. That's Jerome. That right there is our special guest, Anthony Munoz. Give him a follow, man. Hey, Munoz. What's your handle, man?
Munoz 1705.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You already know what it is. We are thankful for you guys tuning in, and we are out.